Welcome. What are the development and playing milestones over my baby's first 4 weeks of life? During week 0, your baby will have blurred vision. However, they're likely to be able to see up to a distance of around 25 centimeters, so they'll be able to see your face. As their retina cells aren't completely developed, colors may appear muted to them. As your baby would have been able to hear your voice when they were in the womb, it's likely they will already be familiar with it. And they'll also get to know your smell pretty quickly at this point, and will therefore be able to feel more comforted in your arms than in the arms of others. If you touch your baby's palm, you'll find that they will grasp your finger. Also, if you touch the sole of your baby's foot, they'll probably curl their toes. These are both natural reflexes that babies are born with. You might also find that if you stroke your baby's cheek, they turn towards your finger, thinking that it is a breast. In week 1, your baby will start to recognize your face and will find your facial expressions really interesting. Your face will also trigger them into feeling calm. Although your baby will stare at you, they might not be able to make good eye contact. Continue to touch your baby's palm, as this will trigger their grasp response and allow them to develop their finger muscles. Even though it may not seem like it, every small movement your baby makes will help them strengthen their muscles. Although they won't be able to lift their head on their own, when you're holding your baby, you'll see them trying to move their head to watch you closely. At week 2, it will surprise you just how tall your baby looks as they begin to uncurl from the fetal position and look a lot less like a newborn. They might also start to make noises that sound like a mix between crying and shouting. Although this may appear a bit startling, rest assured that this is simply the beginning of language development. You may also find that white noise is very comforting for them and helps them relax. For example, the sound of car or of the hairdryer. This is because these sounds mimic the sounds they would have heard whilst in the womb. At week 3, you'll likely notice your baby becoming a lot more energetic, as they will know how to wave their arms around at this point and reach for things with their fists. However, they will still be too young to have much control over their fingers, and their movement will be somewhat involuntary. Your baby's vision will have developed further by this point, and they'll be able to notice high contrast black and white soft books and toys with contradictory patterns. However, their vision still won't be good enough for them to be able to see you in detail. They'll probably only be able to see your outline, so making small changes to your appearance, like tying your hair up, may confuse them. At week 4, you'll see your baby crying their first actual tears. Although this may be distressing to watch, remember that this is natural for them at this point in their development and is happening because of the glands over their eyeballs, which are able to produce enough fluid for tears to flow. When it comes to movement, you will see your baby kicking with more vigor and strength at this point, as they will have further built up their muscle strength in preparation for learning how to walk. You can also help them develop their stepping reflex. While you might find that they still need to rest their head on your shoulder for support, they won't be nearly as floppy as before. They'll also be able to hold their own hands up for longer. A good exercise to help encourage their movement further is to lay them down on a playmat so that they can stretch out and practice lifting their head up. This is a great position to help with physical development, as it will allow a baby to strengthen their back muscles and reduce their chances of ending up with flattened head syndrome. Note that some parents have cited the risk of SIDS in relation to this position, but as long as you keep a close eye on them, there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Chat to your baby about what you're doing, and if they make any sounds, they would love to hear you mimic them. If you're interested in learning how your baby will continue to develop over the course of their first year, check out my other journey, Baby Development Now. So, to recap, there are many development and playing milestones that occur over the first 4 weeks of a baby's life. By now, you'll have noticed that your child will be growing and changing at a rapid rate. And whilst this is exciting, many parents find this a little overwhelming, as they don't often understand the changes that are happening to their baby. This is why it's useful to read up on what physical changes you can expect week by week.